Even with negotiations on the matter of the rules of origin, tax rates, non-tariff barriers, it shouldn't take this long, 7 years, to activate this work. It should have been done much earlier, because I'm aware that more than 45% of all our value-added goods and services are traded within the region and the African continent. The lack of a sense of urgency and the failure by some of our actors in the ministries to act quickly on important issues of our economic growth hampers the rate of our growth and affects the performance of the private sector. But now that we have started, I don't want any further delays. We are going to analyze this issue of delays. What causes delays in something so beneficial? We shall analyze it and really find out what could be the problem. His Excellency Tinubu, President of Nigeria, whom I wrote to a week ago, and I wrote him on the matter of this market, along with his government, for allowing us to work together on opening in Nigeria airspace for flights into each other's territories and making room for Ugandan products under AFCTA. I'm told we have a trade representative based in Lagos to support the opening of this market, and I will give him all the necessary support needed for the process to be fully concluded with both the Federal Republic of Nigeria's government and the AFCTA Secretary General in Accra. As I have told you in the past, the NRM strongly believes in the principle of Pan-Africanism, not as an altruistic matter, but as a utility principle. When we trade with each other in Africa, we build wealth together and create a strategic center for the future of Africa's socio-economic transformation and security. This day, therefore, is one of the key fulfillments of this Pan-Africanism we have been talking about, and a utilization of a major tool of trade to quicken social and economic change. Because you see, when the Africans wake up, as some of the ones in Uganda are beginning to do, you'll find that the internal market is not enough. So without the African market, we cannot succeed. This is the problem with, I think this is the problem with Latin America. Latin American countries have a lot of natural resources, but you wonder why they don't succeed. While the United States neighboring, which has got less natural resources than South America, is very prosperous, and that's why they are walking on foot to go from South America to United States. I think the difference is in trading together. This export facility we are commissioning today for coffee roasting, packaging and export, along with fruits, vegetables and flowers, is the first step to many facilities we plan to open in at least 4 corners of the country to make it faster for exporters to aggregate, process, and get to the markets more easily. I remember I received a delegation of fresh fruits and vegetable people led by Mr. Huda and our young man who is trade envoy in the Balkans for Uganda, the one called Bratislav, in October of 2023. I directed that on account of the work for Uganda in the export sector, they be given this facility for 5 years, along with some 5 acres of land near the airport. This is to make their investment and exports work logistics cheaper. I want to know why this has taken so long to do this facility, given the urgency they expressed at the time. Because when people buy what we produce, they are assisting us. You saw how Africa benefited Japan. Japan has been selling vehicles here from 1963. That was the first time I saw Japanese vehicles called Toyota. We had not seen them before. We were mainly buying British vehicles. But from that time, Japan has, I don't know how much wealth they have got out of us. You can total up one day and you give me the figures. How many dollars have Uganda given Japan? And that's why you find there are a lot of jobs in Japan. If you go there, you find all the Japanese have jobs, and there are surplus jobs which have no people to do them. That's how they welcome your people. Because we are supporting them, we are buying their products. If somebody helps you to sell your products, he's such a good friend. I even supported them with some grants to start work here by the beginning of this year. The Serbia trade envoy told me he even had equipment for roasting in storage, and wanted to assemble the machines here to make coffee drinking in the country and region easier and create jobs for our youth. Why are some of our people delaying this important work? I'm tasking the Exports Advisory Committee and Museveni, the Minister of Trade, to quickly establish why there are delays and report to me after the coming holidays. When people come to Uganda to seek opportunity, they are doing this for us and for our children's jobs. And as you can see, they will even activate some of the markets we have sat on, we have not been able to take advantage for so long. I don't want to hear any further delays of export support and investment work our people bring, and it is deliberately ignored because of lack of cooperation or even fault by some elements. Now I have seen that the first exports to the Nigerian market under AFCTA from Uganda would be dairy, coffee, fish, pharmaceuticals, and tea. This will help add support to our large commodities we now produce and find market for crops like tea that have suffered lately. But I need to know that there's more Uganda can do, including tourism, attracting investments from the Nigerian business community, which this market and I want these to open up. Tell me what you need as exports supporting institutions, and we'll work this out with you. This facility, which I'm told will be run by Mr. Huda and his hot fresh fruits and vegetable aggregators, and Mr. Bratslav and his Serbian team on coffee roasting, should be for working with our officials to reopen an old trade agreement this last October, which was signed with the former Yugoslavia by the late Mayanja Kanji for fish, fruits, coffee in 1963, you can imagine. This is now 60 years. This agreement has never benefited. And bringing it to new life for tourism, coffee, and other products under the Republic of Serbia. And I want to know the progress on the bilateral air cooperation with the Ministry of Works and the Civil Aviation Authority, and when this is activated. I have a request to make to the fruits and vegetable people. We have executed big irrigation projects in places like Doho, in Butaleja, on Mporogoma River, Mobuku, in Kasese, and Ngenge, and Atari schemes in Kwen. These irrigation projects cover not less than 2,000 acres of land, each irrigated, but the occupants there are planting low-value crops. This is unacceptable for projects where we have spent more than 50 billion shillings in such one of these locations. I need high-value crops there, and I'm told that both Ngenge and Mobuku can produce high-value chili peppers, French beans, snow peas, sugar snaps, eggplants, baby corn, okra, and onion varieties, all in very high demand in Europe in winter and the Middle East. Eggplants alone can fetch between $7 to $9 a kilo in Southern Europe and the Middle East. These products are also consumed in Central and West African markets, especially the large cities of Kinshasa and Lagos. I'm therefore tasking you to organize with my exports advisory team and my political assistants who know those locations well, as well as agriculture and water people, to meet the households in these locations, in the government projects of Mobuku and so on, train them and offer seeds and buy in bulk from them. Standards to market research and penetration to value addition to our coffee, dairy, etc. Uganda will give you a high return if you focus on sourcing good raw material that we have in plenty. It is the same with minerals, tourism, hospitality, and manufacturing of consumer goods. We are ready for cooperation.